Okay, so the news is officially out, and it is huge. Bad Bunny is going to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. Now, that's one of the biggest gigs in music, period. But the story of how he actually found out, well, it's almost as big as the announcement itself. So let's break down exactly what happened and what this all really means.
So let me ask you something. Just think about this for a second. What piece of news, what phone call could you possibly get that would be so electrifying it would make you just bust out 100 straight pull-ups? It's a pretty high bar, right?
Well, for a global superstar like Bad Bunny, that's not a hypothetical question at all. That is exactly what happened. He was right there in the gym, literally in the middle of a workout, when a call came through that would completely change the course of his career. I mean, the whole scene is just perfect, right? He's working out, his phone rings, and on the other end, it's Jay-Z. And the news? He's been chosen to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny actually told Apple Music that after he hung up, he didn't even need his pre-workout anymore. He just hammered out 100 pull-ups, fueled by nothing but pure adrenaline. Okay, so beyond that incredible personal story, let's get into the official details of this massive coordinated announcement. So here are the facts. It's official. Bad Bunny is our Super Bowl 60 halftime show performer. It's all going down on February 8th, 2026, and the announcement wasn't just from one place. It was a joint post from Apple Music, the NFL, and Rock Nation. And that last name on the list, Rock Nation, that is super important here. So, you might be wondering, why was Jay-Z the one making the call? Well, back in 2019, his company, Rock Nation, signed a huge deal to become the NFL's official partner for live music entertainment. Basically, that means Jay-Z is one of the key architects behind who gets that coveted halftime spot. It adds a whole other layer to why that call was so personal. But look, this story goes way deeper than just a great gig. For Bad Bunny, this is a really personal and cultural milestone. We're talking about a journey from being a guest star on the side to being the absolute center of the world stage. I mean, you really have to stop and think about his rise here. It's been meteoric. Just back in 2020, he was a surprise guest during that iconic performance by Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. It was a huge moment, for sure, but he was just one part of the show. Now, just 6 years later, in 2026, he is the show. He's the headliner, the main event. And you know who's thrilled for him? The very people he shared that stage with. Jennifer Lopez posted this message of support, almost like passing the torch, saying, "Now it's your turn." That's a huge endorsement, and it just goes to show you the kind of respect he has in the industry. Jay-Z himself really doubled down on this in his official statement. He specifically pointed out the cultural importance of this choice. He talked directly about what Bad Bunny, or Benito, has done and continues to do for Puerto Rico, calling it inspiring. So this isn't just about the music, it's about representation on a scale we've rarely seen before. And of course, Bad Bunny himself made that crystal clear. His own statement just cuts right to the heart of what this all means to him. He said, "This is for my people, my culture, and our history." So for him, this isn't just a personal achievement. He sees this performance as a huge win for everyone he represents. Now, wrapped up in all this huge news was another little twist, something pretty surprising about his world tour. So right around the same time as the Super Bowl announcement, there was this sudden pivot. Before all this, Bad Bunny had announced a massive world tour, but the entire United States was noticeably missing from the schedule. Then, right after the Super Bowl news broke, he posted on social media that he was rethinking things and would probably do just one date in the US. And that, of course, makes you wonder, why? Why would one of the biggest artists on the planet even think about skipping the largest music market in the world? It definitely wasn't because of a lack of fans. The reason was actually much more serious. Well, in a cover story, Bad Bunny laid it out pretty bluntly. He explained that his concern was all about the safety of his fans. He was specifically worried about the possibility of immigration enforcement, ICE, showing up outside his concerts. So his hesitation, it was really all about protecting his audience. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, it becomes so clear. This isn't just another halftime show. It's the peak of a meteoric rise, and it's a powerful statement of cultural pride. It's a moment that's going to put Latino culture and a global Spanish-language superstar right at the absolute center of the American consciousness. And all of this leaves us with the big ultimate question. Bad Bunny has always been an artist with something to say. So in 2026, with hundreds of millions of people watching on the world's biggest stage, What message is he going to send? I guess we'll all have to wait and see.